Hi again, Mark here from Talkingbass. So, it's New Year's Day 2021 and I'd like to wish you all a very happy new year. Hopefully 2021 is a huge improvement over what's been a pretty awful 2020, all things considered. To celebrate, I'm going to give a quick rundown of the top 10 most popular Talkingbass lessons of the last year. Many of you that are regular viewers of the channel will have obviously seen most of these videos and may have even been present for the premiere watch parties that YouTube introduced. I'm always there watching along every week and taking any questions that you have about the lesson or pretty much anything. And if you haven't seen all of these lessons, then this countdown might lead you to some cool practice over the coming days and weeks. The list is there in the info below along with links so you can easily access any videos that spark your interest. Before I get started, it's worth mentioning there'll be a New Year sale starting today over at the Talkingbass website, and that's for the next 2 weeks. All courses are going to get a discount, so if you're looking to get started on bass or any new topics, be sure to grab a bargain today. There are courses on everything from beginner bass to reading, chord tones, scales, technique, and pretty much anything that you need. So just follow the link to the website below and grab a bargain while you can. Okay, so let's get started with number 10. This was my breakdown of the insanely tricky slap riff from the tune Power by Marcus Miller. This is a tough double thumb line, but if you follow the step-by-step lesson, you should be on your feet and slapping up a frenzy in no time. Next, at number 9, we have the 25 Slap Groove Challenge. This is a feature of the free membership over at Talkingbass. There's a 25 Bass Groove Challenge and a 25 Slap Groove Challenge, featuring riffs written exclusively by me for the site and demonstrated in the studio with my good friend and great session drummer, Rupert Brown. The riffs start out incredibly simple and gradually increase in difficulty until riff number 25 that should be a good workout for most intermediate bass players. The video that I released here on YouTube provided examples of 5 slap grooves from the challenge along with step-by-step instructions on mastering the techniques in there. At number 8, we have the top 20 bass riffs for beginners video. This is a video featuring 20 famous bass lines that should be on the practice routine of any beginner bassist. All of the riffs include tab and sheet music, and I give you a breakdown of each in turn. So if you're a beginner, this is a must-watch lesson. At number 7, we have my breakdown of the bass line from the tune Dean Town by Vulfpeck. This line has been requested so many times throughout previous years, and this year I finally got round to recording it. The line obviously needs no introduction. It's played by the awesome Joe Dart and is a great practice for any of you looking to develop your position shifts. At number 6, we have Tommy the Cat by Primus, as played by the legend that is Les Claypool. This is one of those riffs that provides a ton of mystery in the bass community because it's so odd and it's really hard to work out with all of the crazy ghost notes, slaps and strums in there. I'd already recorded a Primus best-of video a few years ago, but after spending some time watching old live concerts and really slowing down the original, I managed to work out a new transcription that I'm fairly confident is pretty on the money. Now, it'll never be enough for the Les Claypool fanboys out there who obviously know better with their incredible ears that I can only dream of developing, but it's as close as I'm going to be getting anytime soon, so enjoy. At number 5, we have Hysteria by Muse, as played by Chris Wolstenholme. This is another much requested line and one of those must-know riffs if you're a developing rock or metal player. It's a heavily affected line and I break down the notes and a little on the sound side of things. It's also pretty quick and can be technically demanding for beginners, but just persevere, take it slow, and you'll get it in the end. At number 4, we've got a breakdown of the main riff from Battery by Metallica, as played by Cliff Burton. This isn't just a lesson on learning the riff, it's also a lesson on how playing less can be much more when it comes to speed metal bass lines. The line doesn't double the guitars, and this half-time picking really helps fatten out the low end and adds more groove into the proceedings, as you'll see in the lesson. At number 3, we have The Pot by Tool. This lesson works through several of the bass riffs in the song, and it also aims to show you how many of Justin Chancellor's bass riffs have more in common with syncopated 16th note funk rhythms than those of the more traditional progressive rock and metal styles. At number 2, we have another metal classic in the shape of Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden. This tune is a benchmark for most metal players' fingerstyle technique. It's quick and it requires a fair bit of stamina, so the lesson provides tips on developing fingerpicking speed with only 2 fingers by using a lighter touch just like Steve Harris. I then break down the Run to the Hills riff and provide backing tracks at several different tempo to help you steadily build up your speed. 1, 2, 3, 4. And finally at number 1, we have the most watched talking bass video of 2020, the heaviest bass riff ever. Obviously, I'm going to be spoiling the surprise by telling you that the riff in question is Ace of Spades by Motorhead, played by the late, great Lemmy. It's a cool riff that makes use of some good old power chords and a healthy dose of Marshall overdrive. It's not too tricky, so grab your bass, turn it up to 11, and try playing along to a heavy metal classic. Okay, so that's the top 10 most watched talking bass lessons of 2020. The links to all of those lessons can be found in the info below, and remember we have the New Year sale on over at Talking Bass, so grab a premium course bargain while you can. Okay, I hope you have a great new year in 2021, and I'll see you next week.